Life is full of so many people trying to give you advice. Some of it you don't even want, and some of it you will never use. But I hope you use these. Girl, I am telling y'all, when I was making like the list for this episode, I was going down memory lane and it was like I have literally been through moments in my life that shit could not go right or left. When I think about those times now, I'm so like protective of like that person that went through those things. Like, yes, I could sit here and say that he's a dumb fucking idiot and that he went like, oh my God, girl, you made your life so much harder than it needed to be and like all that shit. Like, but listen, it's a part of the journey, right? It's a part of the journey. But it's all part of the journey. But yeah, so a part of your journey is going to be talking about, why is that more Kamala Harris than Miley Cyrus right now? But we're going to talk about this, okay? We're going to talk about some things that, really, really, really shifted shit for me, in a good way. I want to start with something that I feel like we all face. FOMO. And girl, FOMO, no mo FOMO, or whatever. Like, FOMO is something that will creep up on you like a motherfucker and it will tackle you to the floor. And I mean, seriously, like there have been times that I have like deliberately said no to plans. I'm like, hell no, I am staying home. Listen, I don't want to fucking do anything. Like I want to be in bed. Like I am happy with my choice. But when those Instagram stories start coming out, oh, I am literally about to like get in the Uber and go now. Also, like on a side note about like Ubering to functions and stuff like that, I keep seeing this TikTok trend that's about like when my friends send me home in an Uber and then I come back in an Uber in 2 hours or whatever. Have you seen like those things? I guess I've just never been that drunk. But like I just know that like I have seen so many like Instagram stories and Snapchats of like my friends hanging out without me and in like the course of my life, right? And that is number one, completely normal. The thing about friendships is you cannot control it, right? You can be very clear about your boundaries. You can be very clear about what you expect. You can be very clear about what your love language is, right? And it is really to the other person's discretion on like how they honor that and how they respect you. And like I know that's scary as fuck, but like here's the reality. Do you want to be around people that you know they are just instinctively and like with their gut, with their heart treating you the way you deserve to be treated? Or do you want to be around people that they treat you how you want to be treated, but you're controlling everything and making it where they have no choice but to do that? And kind of, oh no, that you will invite me tonight. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I would rather know that I am getting invited to a plan because they just want to invite me and not because they feel threatened or they feel like I don't want to deal with the backlash or I don't want to deal with the fallout. And listen, I have been on both sides of those coins. I'm sure you have too. I have been in seasons of my life where I was literally like passive aggressive as shit about everything and I was like, listen, like I do not want to be left out. It's a huge insecurity of mine and whatever. Or maybe I was too much last time, so they're not going to invite me this time, so I'll be less. Like you're constantly running simulations in your head of like the plans and like how to get the plans out of the group chat and like, will I even be included in the plans? Is there a separate group chat where they're making plans? And then you see two of your friends out for lunch and you're like, oh my God, they fucking hate me, right? Been through all those things. I will tell y'all what. When I see my friends hanging out without me, one, it is most likely something that I did not want to be at. And they knew in the back of their head that I didn't want to be there. Okay, and 9 times out of 10, I was told about the hangout before the hangout happened, right? And probably, honest to God, offered to go. And all of those things happen, and then sometimes I will see that story of them hanging out, and I, for 2 seconds, go, well, fuck y'all. But then it's like, you think about it, and you're like, wait a damn minute. Like, I probably either A, said I was busy, didn't want to go, was asked to go, couldn't go, whatever the fuck the thing is. Like, have you ever been in another state and you see your friends hanging out? Oh my God, that was like the worst part about like freshman year of fucking college when I was seeing all my friends make friends in college. Okay, so realistically, what did I want them to do? Be alone? Not enjoy their time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, imagine that, like, just run a simulation for a second. Like, computer, run a simulation. But, like, imagine if you literally, like, had your friends where they were hanging out with no one, and then they saw you once a month or once a quarter. You think you guys are going to enjoy your time? Sure. But are they going to be okay? No. They are literally going to be like actually going through fucking hell at campus. And like, thank God we all are capable of making other friends. And to be honest with you, my love language now is being around people that can hang out with other people. Does that make sense? I love being around people that got it, that they fucking got it, girl. We walk into a room, they making friends with the bartender, they making friends with the waiter, whatever. You are not my property, honey. You are not like, and you should not be like attached to my hip. Now, are there certain times that I want to be attached to the hip of the motherfucker? Yes. And honestly, we communicate that, especially when you're going to like a birthday party or you're going to some like work function or something, you know nobody fucking there, and it's like, girl, just attach to my hip and just like stay there all fucking night, girl. Like, don't leave me. But then other times I'm like, leave me. Like, I'm like, please go leave me, and like go make a fucking fool of yourself and like go talk to a bunch of people, girl. And then we'll like recoup at the end of the night and debrief. That's the best fucking part sometimes. It's like debriefing with your girl. Like, you don't have to just be attached or whatever. Like, the thing is like, I love being around people that can do what the fuck they do best. And a lot of times what they do best is entertain and socialize and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Now, for my introvert girls, listen, I will totally meet them where they're at too, because listen, sometimes they just want to have a one-on-one. They don't want to be a part of the group outing, whatever. So we have an individual friendship, and I will communicate to my other friends, listen, she is a loving member of our group, of our society, but she does not want to go to any function that has a sound decibel above a snap, you know, and that is just her. That's okay too. Like, you have to meet people where they're at. And I think that's another like follow-up lesson with the FOMO thing. Like, friendships is about meeting people where they're at. And what that means is like, if you have a friend that is like a party fucking animal, honey, go out with that friend on the weekends. But don't expect that friend to be a good member of your book club. If you have a friend that is so book club and coffee date and you constantly want to bring them to the bars, they probably aren't that bar person. Now, there is a middle ground. Cocktails. Fucking going to a like candlelit dinner and having a drink together, right? You can find that. But taking the book club girl to the EDM rave, now, will I always offer it? Absolutely. But you cannot be disappointed, right, when they show up and they don't have fun and they don't give what you need them to give, because to be honest, it was never in the cards for them. You have to meet your friends where they're at. And I think that's something that I've really learned, especially being like in a relationship. Like, I feel like you cannot constantly be expecting the sun to shine. It's going to be 78 degrees today. We are all going to be on time. We are going to pull in at exactly this time. My Uber is going to have a license plate with 78 at the end of it. And also the menu is going to fucking give me a free pizza today at the restaurant because the menu had a happy hour and they're just going to give me like, girl, we all want a dream day, honey. We all want a dream day. But the reality is the day that you're probably going to have, you're going to be 30 minutes late to your reservation. Someone's going to cry at the dinner. And also, you guys are probably going to get in a fight at the pregame. Like, that is just reality. And that's not a bad thing. And to be honest, you start to get to a place where you're like low-key looking forward to like the miscalculations and like the fucking mess of a night. If there is an argument in our friend group, or if there is some shade being thrown, or if there's something going on, 9 times out of 10, we are laughing about it within 30 minutes of it actually happening. Now, there has been blowouts, right? There has been blowouts. And what I love is when I'm not a part of it. I love when I can just observe and go, oh, here it goes, here it goes. But the good thing is that it's our job, right, as the people that were not part of it, to like moderate and be back and be like, hey, everybody doing okay? Okay, kiss and make up. We good? Oh, look at that. Okay. Well, you two were really fucking funny earlier when you go down. Like, that's the thing. But like meeting your friends where you're at and like kind of like loving everyone's imperfections, girl, there is nothing better you can do for your relationships than like accept that and just like love that. And I think going back to like that FOMO thing, I think once you let people be imperfect and once you let people kind of do their own thing and look at them as an individual, okay, me as an individual, sometimes I just want to hang out with one person. Me as an individual, sometimes I don't want to do a big group outing. Me as an individual, sometimes I want to make plans that I don't want to have to report to everybody and like guard everyone's insecurity of, hello everyone, I am going out with this person right now. Now, sometimes people have boundaries. And sometimes someone's boundary is, hey, if you're going out with the friend group without me, can you just like give me a heads up? Right? Because, you know, it's very easy to play a mind game, and it's very easy to think people are being evil or like ill intent, because to be honest, we all have different experiences, right? We've all been with friends that probably made us feel like shit. We've all had friends that probably were leaving us out on purpose. Like, all of those things have happened before. But like, what they're kind of asking in that moment is they're saying, like, and I'm sure you've asked this, is it's like, I just want to know that you're like not doing this in a bad way. And like, I know that you're probably not. And like, I understand that, but I just need for like my mental clarity to know that like, this is just the fact that you guys are going to talk about her breakup and she doesn't want everyone to know about that. And, or maybe you guys are going to go to this restaurant and you're going to go eat fish, and honey, I'm allergic to fish. And it's like, girl, go. But eventually, once you start meeting people where they're at and like accepting that, you won't need a reason. It's actually going to be kind of like cute to see your friends hang out without you. And I know that sounds like fucking psycho, but like, honest to God, like, what are the chances realistically, if you have a core friend group, that you are not getting invited to these things? Like, if you have 6 members of your friend group and they are not all 4 or 5 of them going to hang out without you a lot, right? If they do, then like, honey, let's talk about that. But like, maybe they have something that they do separate, or like maybe they hang out just 2 of them or 3 of them or whatever. That is totally fine, right? You know what I mean? Like, not everything is going to do that. And honestly, one of the biggest things of like leaving high school was I realized that like, low key, just having group outings gets fucking exhausting. And honestly, the group as a whole becomes a lot stronger if there's like individual relationships between all of y'all mixed, and like this little trio went out, or this double went out, or this 4 group went out, you know? I don't know. I've seen that personally, where like now whenever someone brings a +1, I almost get to know the person's +1. I'm that into it. Like, if someone comes to a party and they're like, hey, I'm bringing a friend of a friend, I'm like, okay, my goal for the night is to be talking to the friend of a friend more than I'm even talking to my friend, because I know we're good. I don't know about this friend. So guess what? The next time that they're hanging out, they're going to invite me to hang out with the 2 of them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's about building. It's not like, oh, girl, you seriously brought a +1. It's supposed to be our night. No, it's like, what a beautiful opportunity that, like, you know, you can expand. And like, honestly, like, it takes a lot of security, but also I think it takes a lot of trust in yourself that like, that's going to be good. This is good. You guys going out without me is good. You guys doing this without me is good. Because when I see you again, then, hey, maybe I say, you know what? That just lit a fire under my ass to have like a one-on-one with you. Hey, whatever fueled that, jealousy, upset, FOMO, whatever the fuck, girl, we're figuring it out. We're healing it. And if it comes back, you're not fucking broken. That is just like how our nervous system works and how our brain works. Like, it plays tricks on us all the time. But I'm just telling you, like, just know that like relationships are meant to be stretched and like molded and change over time. And like, your core group in high school is not the same as now, and like, you all have different needs. And honestly, setting down and having a relationship talk with your friends is one of the most valuable things you could do. You don't just do that with your partner. You should do that with your friends too. It's like, how are we changing? What do we want from each other? You know, what makes us happy? What makes us tick? Those kind of things. I think that's a really healthy thing to check in about. Like, how much do we really want to see each other? What bothers me? And also, like, I'm happy that you have your own life, girl. Congratulations. Like, this fucking rocks for both of us. Like, we don't need each other to the degree that we can't have our own lives outside of each other. Like, I love when I know my friends are booked and busy. Like, thank you. I love it. Because then it makes me want to get booked and busy. And I'm like, now we all booked and busy. And guess what? We are going to have a fuck of a conversation at Saturday dinner about it. I think another thing that I really want to talk about, like a lesson I've learned that's really big, is like communication with laughter and communication with a smile. And what I mean by that is, we talked a little bit about boundaries, but for example, if you are really upset about something, your roommate left a fucking spoon out, right? You're really upset with your parents about something. You're really upset with your friends about something. Validate the fact that you're pissed. Validate the fact that you're upset. And obviously this comes within reason, right? If something has seriously fucked you off, sometimes you gotta get fucking Hulk smash on it, and I get that, right? Time and place. Tati Westbrook.
Time and place.
I also think there is power, though, to saying that things are not that serious. What I mean by that is, let's use the fork left in the fucking sink analogy, because that is a very common thing you hear where people bitch about their roommates, and they talk about how their roommates like do all these things and they're like deliberately like cursing their lives or whatever. But it's like, there's a way to do it that you're passive aggressive and that you're being like, yeah, well, just would really appreciate if we didn't leave forks in the thing. I'm sure y'all have received that, and I'm sure you've given that, especially in college. Yep, just would really appreciate. No, the worst. Oh my God, we really want to get into it. The worst. Listen, if you're this way, I'm sorry to call you out on Maine, but I really have to talk about this. Baby, the group chat shit is crazy. I'm sorry, but I understand that not everyone is like high confrontational or like wants to have a face-to-face thing or like thinks it's going to go worse than it is. But like, I would hope that you would know I'm not going to kick your ass over a fork. You know what I mean? Or like a spoon. Like, I might kick your ass if you like leave a stack of dishes, but like, that's different. Like, I would expect some communication there. But like, when somebody sends a passive aggressive text, like, okay, so they will be in the living room all fucking day, in their bedroom, in the apartment all fucking day, right? I've heard these horror stories time and time and time again from my friends that they will be in the fucking place just talking. They'll say, what are you up to today, girl? Oh, nothing, girl. I'm going to go hang out. Okay, whatever. All right, bye. I'll see you later. They exit and then, ding! Oh, somebody text me. Hey, by the way, can we not leave forks in the same... Now, hold on. You have been here all damn day. And like, that just to me is like, I almost want to be like, I'm not going to respond on the text. And when you get home, be like, hey, sit down for a minute. We talk about a boundary check. Hey, why do you feel like you can't just say something to me, girl? And a lot of times it's because we do not think that we can bring up conflict or bring up anything without it sounding like, oh, fuck you, boom. Baby, here's the thing. Watch this. We're going to do role play. Not that kind of role play. But we're going to do role play. So you find the fork in the sink. Okay. I'm the roommate that has an issue, and you're the one that left the fork in the sink, okay? I want you to receive these. So can we not leave forks in the sink anymore? I'd really appreciate if we watch this. Okay, so what are you thinking? Fuck you, right? And you're also thinking, girl, I'm going to leave 8 more forks in there if you really like my petty ass. Girl, I was raised by a Scorpio woman. Honey, I am that way. So let me run another scenario, okay? Ready? Take. Okay. Girl. Girl. I'm not trying to be that person. What the hell were you doing? You can't just put some dish soap on this and run it. I had a really busy morning. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm just giving shit. Can we please just try and be better about washing the forks? And what are they gonna say? What are you gonna say? Oh my God, yes, I will do so much better. Hey, thank you for how you handled that. You know what? Matter of fact, I'll wash that fucker right now. Actually, I'll make you dinner. Go ahead. I swear to God, handling shit with a fucking laugh and a smile. Now, if it's like, you killed me dog, like, girl, you can't really get to like about that. But like, if it's some shit that it's like, hey, okay, hey, I'm so sorry to be an old lady right now, but can you turn your music down just like a little bit? I like literally cannot focus on myself. You are not minimizing yourself. That is the thing. Like, you do not have to minimize yourself. Oh, sorry, I'm doing too much. Sorry, I'm being too this. Whatever. Okay, for the sake of easing things over, right? I am genuinely frustrated about what's going on in the sink. I am genuinely frustrated about that being too loud. I'm genuinely frustrated about, girl, you keep smoking weed in this fucker and it's all everywhere. Okay. Hey, Bob Marley. Listen, I don't mind that you smoke, sister. Can we like open up a window or try something? Or maybe we get some room spray or something. Like, can we try something? Or hey, or maybe it's a firm boundary. Hey, can you please not smoke in here? I am like, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to cause a riff or anything. It's just, it just aggravates my sinuses or whatever. Girl, I'm sorry. Yes, you said sorry 18 times or whatever, but listen, it is about the response. It is not about, like, the ultimate response you want is them to quit doing the thing that aggravates you or make a change, right? And the thing is, they are going to be so resistant to change if you bring it like this. That just is not how you make a change. I understand that's like genuine frustration. I understand that it's like, girl, I gotta get this out and I'm fucking pissed. And a lot of times we're like built up about it and it's like this thing that we like have been holding on to, so it comes out like with fire and fucking punch. But like, I'm saying, there are ways to actually get the result you want. And it's not that you have to minimize yourself. It's that you have to like really make it where it's open to good reception. And I don't know if that makes sense. And to be honest with you, a lot of times in high school and stuff, I would have been like, no, it's her fault. I don't want to do that shit. It's her fault. She should know better. Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Girl, I hope people give me grace in the same way I give others grace. And I know I've been given grace in times I probably shouldn't have been given grace. And I'm here to return the favor morally. And the other thing is, am I going to feel a lot better going on with my day with option 1 or option 2? Option 1, okay, I blow up, I do whatever. Sure, I get back the forks washed. But now my roommate, my friend, my person, my parent, my partner, whoever has called probably everybody in the phone book and has said, damn, my roommate blew up on me today. Damn, he in the wrong for this. They're not mentioning what they did. No. They're mentioning the fact that they got blown up at. So it's no longer even about the action that was done. It's about the response given from you. Therefore, they are now in the right because, or magically forgiven, or magically what they did is less worse because you blew the fuck up. Hear what I'm saying? Don't give them the fucking opportunity to do that, because we've all been in these shoes. And the thing is, it's like, I am here to swallow my pride and swallow my pill and say, at the end of the day, I want things to go over smooth. And also, I want to give grace because I want to receive grace. Delivery is like fucking everything. This is more of a general one, but with this whole like 2016 nostalgia kind of thing, and like, girl, like I did my room up in the way like I wanted it done as a kid, like things like that. If you love it, do it. And that could be as simple as like what you listen to, dancing in your room alone, going to like a fucking coffee shop and getting some sugary, stupid ass drink, baking yourself some cookies, girl, watching the same movie 40 times a week. Oh my God. Like literally going to the gym and hitting things for 2 minutes and leaving. Going for a walk. I ain't going for a walk right now. It's cold as shit in Chicago. Little fucking things, right? Painting, drawing, playing computer games. Whatever the fuck makes you happy, if you know it's something that makes you happy, this whole like, oh, I'm too old for that, or oh, this and this and this and this. Okay, truly, if it's not harming anybody and you know it's going to make you happy, your body is remembering all the times that you said, no, 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 no. It's like the Meg Family Guy thing where she puts her hand in the middle and they like scoot her hand out. It's like, let that thing put its hand in. For me, it was stuffed animals. I grew up on stuffed animals so hardcore, right? And I finally have put like stuffed animals into my life again. But here was the moderation I did. I want stuffed animals with a purpose. So I got a weighted stuffed animal. And to me, I have never slept better in my fucking life, no joke, than having that weighted stuffed animal in my arm. And like, girl, it almost gives like body pillow, but like just different, right? And I swear to God, like, I am so happy. Because I did something not only just for me, but like I did something that I've low-key been repressing for so long because I keep telling myself that I'm like too old for stuffed animals. So it's like, oh my God, we are only here one fucking time, girl. Like let yourself do the shit that you've been like putting off, or let yourself do the things that just like make you happy genuinely. Like I think that is such a big mantra for me, like for the rest of my life, not only this year. Like that's literally something that I want to remember always. It's like, if it makes me happy, like I can think of so many things I didn't wear or didn't do or didn't say or didn't fucking listen to or dance or whatever the fuck, like because I was worried of what someone else was gonna fucking say. But it's like, girl, especially if you're like home alone or it's some shit for you, like stem the fuck out, do what makes you happy, and like do it just for you. Like there is things you just need to do for you. It like replenishes your soul, because to be honest, you start to get really bitter Betty and like pissed at the world because you're like, damn, like if you can't go to Bella Noche, where the fuck can you go? Like you're not doing shit for yourself in that way. Sure, I'm feeding myself every day and I'm getting adequate sleep and I'm going to the gym, but that's fucking different. That's what TikTok tells you is what you do for yourself. Sure, that is valuable. But think of the dumb shit. What's the dumb shit you miss doing for yourself? You're going to be so grateful you did it. Another thing that I really think is kind of a hot topic, right? How you doing? Is cutting people off. I feel like every new year we get in this whole discussion about cutting everybody off and say, oh, I cut this person off. I cut this person off. I get this. I get it, right? I get it. Part of me feels very, very, very skeptical of people that cut everybody off every year. Because I start to think, with love, that the issue might be a little bit more on the person doing the cutting than it is who they're cutting. To be honest with you, we're talking about giving people grace and like really, you know, being appreciative of like people's flaws. There is a fine line of what it takes to truly get cut off in my eyes. And to be honest with you, it should be absolute no-brainer shit. I understand cutting people off just because you don't feel right with them, or like you bored with them, or like you feel unsafe, or like whatever. Like I understand that there's like 1,000 reasons to cut somebody off, but like the reason cannot be that they just disagree with you. If they disagree with you about fundamental fucking things, ideology, things like that, absolutely. Because to be honest with you, I'm on a really weird, guys, like hold my hand with this conversation. I'm on a really weird thing because to be honest with you, I have people in my life that I grew up with. And girl, they are conservative leaning down. And that could not be any more different than me. Have you went down a bucket for me? I'm a Libra. I'm going to talk about this bucket system, right? I got my really close bucket. I got my kind of close bucket. I've got my semi-close bucket. And then I've got my you just in my life bucket. If they were ever in this bucket, they at least moved back 2 buckets when I found out what was really going on, right? But I didn't say, you're gone. You're gone completely. To me, moving them back a couple buckets was enough of a you're gone. I truly will like sit there and like try and change their viewpoint and fight tooth and nail. And it's like, you have family that disagree with your like views on things. Like, you know how this is. It's like a very sensitive subject. And like, I think when you cut those people off, that there is a degree that you are cutting them off from closeness. It's not that they are dead to you. I think there is a degree where it is dead to you, and I think that is very fair to reach that, and it's different for every person. But what I have really challenged myself to do is realize what is a low communication, low stress, low commitment relationship in my eyes that I can safely maintain with the person that once meant something to me, I want to mean something to me, or just in general I care about. And like that to me has really been a lifesaver because I felt so much guilt. I am the person that texts my exes, and it is not because I want to get back with them. It's because they're a human being that I care about. And to be honest, we ended on good enough terms that I feel like I can maintain a relationship. That is how fucking crazy I am. But I will tell you, people being dead to me does just not set right on my spirit. And it's actually heavier than them being in my inbox. Knowing that they're never in my inbox and never can be in my inbox is a lot heavier than knowing that they are in my inbox. Now, I am very blessed and fortunate to not have relationships with people that I felt like I needed to bring out the big block and that they're dead to me. Like, I really, honestly, but to be honest with you, I've dealt with a lot of stuff that for other people would be that. And that's what's crazy, is I've told, my stories and my discussions and my experiences to people, and they're like, oh, I would have never talked to him again. And I'm like, see, that's where we're a little different. Closure is like low-key a myth in my mind because we keep going with it. We don't get over it. We go with it. And it's about where you package it in your mind. It's where you package it in your life, where you package it in your day-to-day. I understand that. We get to a point that it's no longer a roadblock in our life. I think that's huge. But I am always 2 seconds away from thinking about the thing that happened or the conversation that happened or the fallout or whatever the fuck. I'm always 2 seconds away from thinking about that. And that's the thing with my exes. It's like when I was saying, like, I just thought about him and he's blocked. God fucking damn. Okay, so now I'm thinking about him more, whereas ending on a term that, hey, we're both human and we're both alive, gave me more closure. And girl, we never text. We like never fucking text. I never text like really with any of my exes, but like, girl, I will text them once in a blue moon. Sure. And I know that's an option, but like the thing about like allowing yourself to cut people off, I think you got to keep some people on. And you are allowed to cut people the fuck off for whatever the fuck you want to. Girl, I'm just talking. You can cut people the fuck off for the wind blows crooked. I don't give a fuck. I think that is your prerogative. That's your life. But I challenge you this, that maybe way, where people give you healthy challenge or they give you healthy things to think about or maybe healthy references of ways you don't want to be. But at the end of the day, like on this whole thing of giving people grace and forgiveness and whatever, I really have been challenging myself lately to challenge like what exactly is worth a cutoff and what exactly is worth I just move you to a different bucket of closeness in my range and in my reach. It's a lot to process, and I think it's different for every person. It's different for every relationship. But I think it's healthier in my eyes for me to not have a you're dead button so within reach. Because then I'm almost going through life where I'm like sheltered or like scared of people and scared of wrongdoing and scared of people doing me wrong in a way that like I actually don't believe that everyone in my life is like capable of. I am not becoming friends with someone and knowing in the back of my head they're gonna like fuck me over. I'm becoming friends with them because they're funny and I like them and they're fun to be around. So yes, I care about myself, I value myself, and if you do me wrong, like, hey, yeah, we're gonna deal with that. But I'm not like, oh, you do me wrong, you're dead. Scorpios, how we doing? Because, girl, that'd be all about everybody. It's like, not only did you do me wrong, but, like, I am going to grab you by the fucking face and say, I'm going to make your life a living hell because you did me wrong. I'm like, okay, what'd they do that didn't do you wrong? They're like, oh, they left me all red. And I'm like, okay, there is a difference between like cut offable, like I am like hit in the gut offense, and someone just being like not the ideal person in your life. And like, I don't know. I just think that that's something that I'm like really been weighing as I get older, is like actually like what it means to like cut people off but keep some people on. And I will say, I have some people that annoy the shit out of me in my life. I have some people that challenge me in my life. I have some people that have different ideology than me in my life. I have people like all those things. Now, am I best friends with all those people? Fuck no. Are they in my life? Yes. And to be honest with you, I think I'm a stronger communicator, a stronger person, a stronger listener, and like a stronger, like, I'm stronger in my views because I'm close to people that do not have my views. And like, I am not the type of person to like platform that and be like, oh my God, this is so great that I have friends that like have like general ignorance and stuff. But like at the same time, like for me, sure, I will pull them to the side and I'll be like, hey, let's communicate about this. Like, I really don't agree with this, or I really don't agree with that. Or like, hey, it troubles me when you talk about this. So can we set a boundary? But at the same time, I'm also like, I'm really proud of myself for like managing a relationship that isn't necessarily easy, because it tells me that I can handle that. And like, I'm okay. I'm constantly doing check-ins with myself. I'm like, am I okay in all the relationships I have? Am I okay with all the people in my life? Am I okay? Do I feel safe? Do I feel loved? Do I feel heard? It's like, yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. But like, and when someone doesn't really fit that brief, then hey, we either talk about it or sure, I cut them off. But like, life is too fucking short for me. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there are people that I grew up with that I'm sorry. Like, for the end of days, like, that is someone that I cannot pretend is dead. You know? I can be disappointed. I can be upset. I can be scared for them. I can be really hurt by them. But, if I cared about you once, it's really hard for me to not care about you ever again. I think my final point for the day is how important it is to kind of like do things for yourself. I think we are seconds away, moments away from like getting into a pattern where AI is fucking doing everything. And I also think that we're at a place that like doing hard things is just not on the menu. And I really, really, really think that like there are things that we are not doing anymore because we think they're hard. One of which like being reading. I know that's so like I'm your grandma right now, but like reading, I have been challenging myself to read more, and Jiminy fucking Christmas, dude. It is hard. It's fucking hard. You think it was hard then, it's hard now because we all got squirrel attention spans. But I'm like, I'm trying to challenge myself to do things that are hard and do them for me. And like, we are just becoming so complacent and like just so like, maybe later, maybe this, maybe that. It's like, if you truly like want to feel like bomb as fuck about yourself, like do that thing you've been putting off and like do it yourself, and like don't give it to someone else to do, or don't like do that. And sure, okay, here is the catch, right? If you've been meaning to clean up your fucking apartment for like weeks and you haven't been able to do it, may I introduce you to my friend FaceTiming another friend while you're doing what you're doing? Girl, I could literally run for president if I FaceTime one of my friends. Like, are you kidding me? I would fill out all the paperwork in 5 minutes. Like, everything gets so much easier when you have like somebody that you're kind of like doing like the parallel play of it all with. And also like the best thing that I think comes out of that is you still did it yourself. It's not like your friend came over and did everything for you. Like, sure, if you need that, absolutely valid. Like, you are so valid. But like, you know in your mind what is something that you are fully capable of that you have not been doing. And like, it's hard. And it's honestly, 9 times out of 10 is actually hard because you're telling yourself it's going to be hard, and not because it actually is hard to do. Reading being one for me. Like, girl, it is really, really, really not going to be as difficult as you're thinking. And like, actually getting started is like the hardest part. Like, I believe that about so many things. Like, getting started is the hard part. And once you get started, like, the shit just keeps rolling. Like, it's so much easier. So many routes we choose for ourselves. We like just choose the complicated thing. If that's either that you're stalling, or that you're like scared, or that you're like, it's the way you've always been doing it, or whatever. But like, if you really take a step back in so many things in our life, you're like, damn, like I really be complicating the shit out of shit for myself for no fucking reason. And like I will wait till the last minute to do shit, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but like I will wait till the last minute to do shit, and I put myself through fucking hell, and then I do it, and I'm like, girl, that was so easy. Like, why the fuck did I put that off? And like that is like the best feeling when you're like, oh, like it wasn't that hard, but also you're like, damn, like I stressed all fucking week for nothing, you know, like just to get it done and like to kill it and do easy, like what the fuck, like life on easy mode. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of been like something on my head lately and like on my heart is like making things easier for myself and less complicated. Um, yeah, that's kind of like the overall vibe of today. And I hope that this, like, these conversations, like, really fucking nuanced and, like, really, like, a lot of layers to this. But, like, I hope this just gave you, like, a springboard of, like, something to think about. Because, like, I am not, like, the all knowing person. But, like, at the same time, like, I am at a spot in my life where, like, a Reddit search is not answering what I need to be answered. And also, like, I don't hear people having these discussions. When I start them with my friends, they're like, "Oh my god, yeah, I didn't think about that. That is so true. I relate to that." So I'm like, "Okay, you relate, but like, can someone start the damn conversation? Can someone like make me feel like I'm not alone for 5 seconds? Can someone like actually like take this to the forefront and like talk about like shit. Sometimes stuff is like nuanced and sometimes stuff is like not the easiest thing to answer and sometimes things are like actually take a lot of brain power to like do well for yourself and to like want more, but to also meet people where they're at. Life just gets so much less complicated when you're just willing to like go with the fucking tides and go with how things are going, but also stand by what you fucking deserve and like stand by like what's in your gut and like what's in your heart. Like you can honor yourself while also making it easier for yourself. Like that is so like that's gospel. Like truly. So I really hope today was like a helpful episode and I hope you guys definitely I don't know, I hope you really are like fighting for more for yourself and fighting for like fulfillment for yourself and fighting for what you deserve, and that is just like true happiness and ease and letting your shoulders down. Like we all fucking deserve that. So wherever you're at in that journey, I'm very proud of you, and thank you for tuning in today. I love you guys, and I will see you next Tuesday. All right, bye. Also peep the shirt. This is the Lily Rose Depp post. But it's in like Yule folklore. I love it so much. But anyway, love you.